everyone, and welcome back. I am Jennifer, aka Jen Jen, and I just wanted to do a whip and chat really quick. I know I haven't done one this week. I have been kind of under the weather. Not really sick as in, sick as a dog, but I've just been feeling blah. And come to find out, I have allergies. So we are going to do a whip and chat. I have moved. Um, I am now on the next section of my diamond painting. As you guys know, I'm doing the supernatural diamond painting custom that I got from Ever Moment that was given to me as a gift. So I am now on Jared, Jared's face. Those of you that don't know who I mean, Sam Winchester. So we're going to whip and chat, and we're going to answer some tag questions also. And I promise no craziness like last week where little dude wanted to know about Santa Claus and coronavirus and if we were going to have Christmas because of it. That was an experience, let me tell you. But we fixed it. We finally, I soothed it and told him, Santa Claus would, be okay. Santa Claus was a magical being and so forth. So, yeah. So, I'm going to do a life update first, and then I'll answer some tag questions about autumn, fall, whichever. So, I hope everyone enjoys and pull out your diamond painting kits, your cross-stitch kits, whatever you're working on, and just listen and enjoy. So, this week, as I said, has been kind of, blah. I haven't I hadn't been feeling the greatest, and I was having, stuffy nose. I thought I was catching a cold. And I have an app on my phone now because our doctor, our local doctor, has signed up with this company through our insurance because we get state insurance. And we have an app that you can go on and, talk to a doctor. And we found our doctor, my regular physician, and I found just our the boy Skylar's physician and so forth. And so anyway, um, come to find out, I have allergies. I didn't know, I have never had allergies before, so it was kind of like, okay, this is new. I've never encountered this problem, never really thought about it. Now, Justin or Skylar has allergies. And, oh, darn it, I missed you. So, I never really thought about it. I just assumed, okay, I'm getting sick. Now, same thing with Miranda. Miranda has been waking up, stuffy nose, and so forth. And so we, we, had no clue that we had allergies, okay. I would have never thought. I mean, never had that problem before. So it was, kind of new to me. And it's kind of new to me because I didn't know what to expect. I thought I was getting sick. And so, so we have allergies. So I went and bought allergy medicine for everybody in the house. Went and bought, cold medicine for all of us when actually I didn't. I had cold medicine here, excuse me. But I didn't have any allergy medicine. And my best friend was nice, and when she loaned me some money so I could go get allergy medicine. So that was taken care of. And I've never had allergies, and I've never realized how awful it makes you feel sometimes. And I was like, okay, well, the only reason that I didn't I thought I was sick was I was having really bad heartburn. I thought I was like, you know, it was making me sick, or at least I thought it was. Well, um, couldn't figure out that was totally unrelated to my allergies, and so I just did not feel the greatest at all this week. I was just like, you know what, I really don't care. Um, so I didn't really do anything, and I mean, I just focused on Sky, making sure he did his schoolwork, and showing him how to be independent without having to have mommy right there. And he's proven that he's doing pretty good. Today is the first day that he's actually um, doing Zoom at school, whatever. I don't even know. Truthfully, I don't even know what to call that anymore. He's in his class now on Zoom without me having to be right behind him. And I wanted to try it. I wanted him to at least, get used to it before I kind of just like left him alone. So he's back at the desk in my room where it's quiet and doing doing that, because at first he just kind of looked at me like, do I have to do this? Do I have to be you know back there, because it gets kind of quiet back there? And I told him, I said, well, mommy mommy does mommy I record videos during the day, and I used to do this during the day when they were in school, especially him, and it made it easier because it was quiet. Well, that was one reason. And we talked about it, and I told him, I said, look, I said, you don't have your own space in your bedroom. There's just no way to put, all this stuff in there that you need for school and to set up a desk, so forth. And I said, so it makes it hard, to do stuff. So he knew that I had a desk back there when I had all my craft stuff back there, drafting table and so forth, that he could use. So I told him, I said, you're right there by the school, and he uses their internet to connect on to their whatever. So I told him, I said, you can be right there, you can use their internet like you always do, and we can um you can do that. So I've been going back there and checking on him and making sure everything's going okay. This morning he had a quiz, so he was waiting for I went back there earlier, and he was waiting for them to finish. uh, there are other people in the Zoom that hadn't finished the um, quiz. So when I went back there to check on him, he was waiting for them to finish. So he was kind of doing something that his teacher had asked him, told him that they could do while they were waiting. And he doesn't like the whole setup this year, not the Zoom. Now, we've already gone through all that, but he just doesn't like the fact that he has more than one teacher for different subjects. Now, he didn't care last year because he only had one teacher, and or actually two. This year, it's three. He has a math and science teacher, then he has a reading teacher and a writing teacher. And he doesn't like this, along with his, phys ed teacher and so forth. And he kind of looked at me and he was like, why do I have all these teachers? And I said, well, they're getting you prepared for middle school. I said, because next year you're going to have a teacher for every subject. And he just looks at me like, Are you serious? So he's not, he's, you can tell he's not thrilled. He's not, but he's learning and he's having, we're going to see how it goes today. He kind of liked the idea of that I was coming in there to check on him. So we'll see. We will see how it works. I shut my door because I told him, I said, Mommy's going to record. And I said, you know, that way my big mouth won't interfere and won't make you lose, concentration. So he's back there being all grown up. So we'll see. But, as I said, it's been quiet here. I just don't like feeling the way I felt. I can't describe it. I didn't, I didn't have the normal whatever for a cold. And I knew, it wasn't a cold or anything like that. So I never thought I would ever have allergies. I've never had allergies all my life, which was kind of, a blessing. But then again, and the doctor told me, she said, as you get older, those things do happen. And there are things that might not have irritated your irritated you when you were younger that now will start to irritate you and cause you to have allergies as you're older. And I'm thinking, really, just another disadvantage to getting old. I'm telling you, it's no fun at all whatsoever. So yeah. So that was, the big thing. And of course, the kids are like trying to figure out how they got allergies. And I mean, same thing. Miranda's never had allergies before. And I've never had allergies. And Justin seems to be the only one that doesn't have allergies. Skylar, he does. He wakes up in the morning and his nose is the same way. And he he's his nose is getting he has to blow his nose every morning and he doesn't like it. He can't stand it. He's like, this is I don't like this. And I can't blame him. So I totally understand where he's coming from on that one because I don't like it either. It's no fun. Having to blow your nose, like right now, my nose, I can feel it. And it's just allergies. There's nothing, it sucks. So, trying to think anything else been going on. I've been, um, um, let's see. I know I'm kind of like losing it here. Um, hmm. Nothing really been exciting. Um, mm, let's see. Nothing really like, earth-shattering that's been going on around here. Justin, as I told you guys last week, Justin had a job interview and, well, he didn't get the job. And I didn't know that he didn't get the job until about 3 or 4 days later. And only reason I knew was because when something happens like that, when he is, if something doesn't go his way, he gets, very, very, I don't want to say volatile, because that's not the case. He just gets really, really upset. And so he started like lashing out, getting in an attitude. So I got to a point that I was just ignoring it. Well, it kept going for, you know, it had gone on long enough. It was going on all day one day, and I kind of ignored it because I thought, okay, he's just not in a good mood. He woke up on the wrong side of the bed or something. Well, it got to a point that he, I asked him a question. Well, he yelled at me. Well, you know, okay. So I just looked at him and I was like, okay. So I let him cool off, and I turned around and I went in there to him afterwards, while, I forget now how long ago, it was like a couple hours. And I looked at him and I was like, what's going on with you? And he's like, what? And I said, you gonna tell me why you're yelling at everybody and why you're taking whatever out on everybody? And I said, your attitude is really, really, it leaves something to be desired. And he looked at me and he says, I didn't get the job. Now, mind you, I knew what job he was talking about. And at first, the way he sprung it out, I didn't know what he was talking about. And I was like, what? He says, the job at such and such. It's like, okay, why not? And he says, well, they let me know that they hired somebody else. Well, I said, well, you need to follow up. Just call them. One of his friends works there. And I told him, I said, just don't trust what he tells you. I said, you need to call them yourself. So he did. And he found out that they hired somebody that had work experience. And he says, Mom, what does that even mean? And I said, what do you mean? And he says, what's that even mean, work experience? And I said, well, did you ask them? Come to find out, it is because he doesn't have work experience. And, they know that he's, just graduated high school. And I said, son, because you don't have enough work experience in general, not the experience they need. You just don't have work experience, period, of being out in the workforce and working. And he says, well, it's not like I didn't try to find a job. And I said, I understand that. I said, but, some employees or employers don't want to hire somebody that doesn't have any kind of work experience. He's like, well, how am I supposed to get experience if nobody will hire me? And anyway, he has a point. So he's still looking. So he didn't get that, but he went to a job fair yesterday. And he when he got home, I asked him how it went. And he just kind of looked at me like, you're funny. And I said, well, what do you mean I'm funny? And he says, it was a bust. And I said, what do you mean it was a bust? He says, Mom, they hire older people. And I said, older people, how? He says, your age. And I just looked at him and I thought, really? My age? Seriously, you're going to go there? So he says, there wasn't anybody my age there. And I just looked at him and I said, Okay, so you gave up. No, I put in applications, but I wasn't really okay. And I started laughing because, yeah, he was being hilarious. And okay. So, yeah, he did that yesterday. And I had gotten a text message um, on my phone from um, an army recruiter, and I showed it to him. And I told him, I said, this is just an option. This is, I'm not forcing this on you. I said, this was sent to me. Um, you can do what you want with this and go from there. And he just kind of looked at me and rolled his eyes and went on about his business. So I don't know. We'll see. And we'll see what happens. So that was, you know, but other than that kind of stuff, it's been one of those weekends and where nothing really has gone on. So, we're just kind of taking it easy. And this weekend, that's probably what's going to end up being, because as you guys can tell, my voice is still, kind of groggy from just not feeling like myself. So that was that. And of course, with me laying and being under the weather, I've been watching a lot of, catching up on a lot of TV shows. Excuse me. Catching up on a lot of TV shows and podcasts. I've been watching a lot of true crime stuff. I started watching this one last night. Oh my gosh, let me tell you something. It was called Murder Maps. And I was kind of iffy about it because of the simple fact that it is um, it takes place in England, and it takes place in different time periods, like the 20s and so forth. And at first I was the first episode I was kind of like, okay, really? So I've been watching that mm, and doing the watching. I ended up going through all my podcasts that I have on my phone. Um, I have a bunch on my podcast app on my phone, and I'm going through all these, true crime ones that I don't listen to and getting rid of them, because some of them I don't know. They just don't appeal. And when excuse me, when I first started listening, I was so excited because I found podcasts that I was like, oh, cool. And I just started adding a bunch. And now it's like I'm going through all the ones that, you know, I don't listen to. Goodness, excuse me, guys. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry guys, I'm back. Whew, I got coughing, and I had swallowed, when I was drinking coffee, it went down the wrong pipe, and I apologize. And I just didn't want you guys to hear that, and I didn't want to be rude. So I paused it really quick and went and did what I had to do with that. So anyway, now we're going to answer tag questions. Um, this is, these are, hold on. Excuse me, goodness gracious. These are tag questions, or autumn, fall, autumn tag questions that I found. Um, I don't know where I found them. I just found them. I just did a Google search, and yeah, don't ask me. I would put them down in the description, but I can't remember where they are. I just wrote them all down. So on a piece of paper. I don't remember exactly the place that I got it. I apologize. Usually I'm pretty good about this kind of stuff, but I don't remember where I got these. I did this early this morning. Okay, the first question. What is your favorite thing about autumn? Um, wow. My favorite thing about autumn is watching the leaves change colors. I used to love watching that, and well, no, I'm sorry. I didn't used to like watching that. I used to hate anything that involved outdoors. My parents would take me out when, you know, the leaves would change colors, and I hated it. And then, excuse me, then my sisters and I would always like, especially when my dad would, after we kind of got into the whole, fall thing, we would make, my dad would rake the leaves up, and then we would always, make a like, now you guys may think this is funny, but when we were younger, we would make a house, just like, like a floor plan, I guess, in the yard with the leaves of different rooms, like, the living room, the bedroom, whatever. And we would do that. That would be our, that was our thing to do when we were outside. And mind you, we didn't, I mean, my sisters loved to go outside, but I never did. And that was the only time I really, really liked doing that. So that's one of my favorite things that I'd like to do um, during fall. And um, okay, next questions. Do you like spooky autumn or cozy autumn? I don't like spooky autumn just because I've had a bad experience with Christmas. With Christmas, no bad experiences with Christmas. Just a bad experience with Halloween. And I know that's what most people um, look forward to during um, when it comes to fall. And I'm just not one of those people. I just don't, it's not, it's not fun for me. Let's put it that way. Um, do you like haunted houses or a Halloween party? Neither one. Again, it goes to the question before. I don't do Halloween. I never had, well, I used to when I was younger. And, excuse me, and I don't really remember why I stopped liking Halloween. I it's I have no clue. I can't remember. I have no idea. It's been so long. I just I think I remember having a bad experience, but as to what the experience was, I can't really remember what it was. And I just I never I never really wanted anything to do with Halloween after that. Now, mind you, and part of it was as I got older, I just thought, you know what, this is the most. I just don't. Whatever. I just don't. It just doesn't appeal to me as much as um any other holiday. Okay. Um so I think that was part of it. As I grew older, I just wasn't really into Halloween. It just doesn't, I don't know. I don't know if it has anything to do with um me being born the day before. I don't know. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of reasons. I really can't tell you. I have no idea. Um, I mean, don't get me wrong. I used to love Halloween. I used to love and go and get, the go trick or treating and so forth. Excuse me. And but now it just doesn't appeal. And I mean, I used to take Justin and the kid and the girls when they were little and go trick or treating, but that was really the only thing that we like to do. I just don't. Beyond that, I could care less. It's just me. Um, Carving pumpkins or painting pumpkins. I like to carve them. Now, am I the greatest when it comes to carving pumpkins? Heck no. I can't carve a pumpkin to save my life. I do try. And I mean the kids have tried, but and it's been a while since we've carved a pumpkin. So it's it's been a while, but we like to carve pumpkins. That's always our fun, thing to do. Go apple picking or go on a hayride. Now, mm, I've never really been apple picking. I mean, again, unless I count, pulling an apple off my dad's apple tree in the backyard, and just one apple. I don't consider that apple picking. Um, I like hay rides. I mean, we don't do them much. We don't do much of anything. Um, but I've never been apple picking, so I wouldn't, I couldn't tell you what, the difference is. Um, Pumpkin spice lattes or mulled apple cider. Neither. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like apple cider, but I don't know if it's because I don't know. I've tried pumpkin spice. Somebody told me to try it one time, like the pumpkin spice creamer to put in coffee, and I tried it, and because the only reason I tried it was because they told me that it tasted like pumpkin pumpkin pie. And well, no, it doesn't. At least to me. I mean, I could be wrong, but truthfully, I just don't see the appeal. Um and apple cider, I mean, I like apple cider. I just don't like mulled apple cider. My dad made it one time, and I just couldn't. I couldn't get into it, and it just didn't. It just didn't taste right to me. What did you dress up for Halloween last year? I didn't. Like I said, I don't do Halloween. Um, I had a bad experience when I was younger. We we had gone to visit my maternal grandmother in um, where she lived on the eastern shore of Maryland, or western shore of Maryland, across the Chesapeake Bridge. And anyway, we went over there for something right before Halloween or something. I can't remember. I was little. I was younger. I don't remember these things. Gosh, people. Um, I'm not. My brain's not like it used to be. But anyway, I'm just kidding. So we went there to before. I think it was before. I don't even remember. I think it was for her birthday. Her birthday is in October, like mine, and along with my mother's. And so um, I don't remember exactly what happened because, you know, like I said, it was a very long time ago. And I just remember that after that, I swore up and down that I would never, ever, ever go back out to trick or treat. And you know, my parents were not upset with me about it. You know, they always made it when I got a little older. They, you know, it was my choice and so forth. And so to be truthful, I can't see if I remember. I don't know. I can't tell you. Um, excuse me. Um, so it, you know, I know I was a strange child that I didn't like Halloween. I just didn't like Halloween. Um, okay. Um, so yeah, my parents never really like made me do, um, made me dress up or anything like that. So, let's see what else. What's the next question? And I apologize for the background noise. My TV is on, but it's on low. I'm waiting for something. Let's see. Falling rain or a crackling fireplace? During the fall, I don't know. Because around here, you would think our weather is kind of PMS-ish. Because you never know what it's going to be like. And yeah, it gets weird. Let me say, our weather gets weird here. It, you would think, you know, okay, it's fall. It's supposed to be chilly. This year, it's been pretty good about, you know, the temperature. But there's been times that, you know, but to be truthful, I like fireplaces. Uh, I've always liked um, sitting by the fire and that kind of thing. That's, you know, one of my favorite things to do. Um, so let's see what's next. Have you purchased any fall decor yet? I've never really purchased any. I've never really um I just never really thought about purchasing any. I would like to. Um, I just never have. I mean, I know I'm weird like that, but I've never really purchased any any kind of fall decor. I would like to. I just I guess when I go to, stores like that have that kind of stuff, I just never really look because, I feel like, oh, I can't afford it, I I just never really have been a very big, decorating person when it comes to that kind of stuff. I don't know. I mean, I would like to try to, but it's been never tried. So maybe I could get some ideas. I don't know. Favorite photo that you took last fall? Oh my gosh, people. Um, I don't know. I've never really, um, huh. I've never really, hmm. I don't think I have a fall photo I don't, of course, I don't know. I probably do somewhere on my phone. Who knows? Now I will tell you that, I used to be really big on taking pictures and making scrapbooks, and I'll do a video show you guys on my scrapbooks. They're not in the greatest condition right now because um they've been sitting in my closet, and I have one that's not finished, and I don't have uh pictures to put it in, and I there's a couple, yeah, you'll see. So um I would like to do that kind of stuff because I'd always like to take pictures and always like to do, that kind of stuff for, scrapbooks and so forth. And it's been a while. So, and fall was one of my favorite times of the year to um, do a theme for in my scrapbooks. I always liked doing those because it was always fun. Next question is favorite autumn themed movie. Holy crap, people. Don't know. I don't know of any movies that are themed in the autumn. Oh my gosh. Okay, I have no clue. Um, because I don't really pay attention to um, and I never really watched a movie based on whether or not it was autumn themed or not. So that's a good question. I'm really gonna have to pay attention to that kind of stuff now. I would have never. I mean, God, we're getting really technical here with these questions. Um, what is my favorite color to wear in autumn? Really don't know. Hmm. I really don't know. It's I don't know. Um, hmm. I don't really have a favorite color to wear during fall. I just kind of wear whatever, you know. Um, so truthfully, I don't really have a favorite color. It just really, Um, favorite autumn themed book. Oh Lord. Um, I don't know. Gosh, where did the? I don't know. Um, golly day. Autumn themed book. Um, oh my God. Um, mm, You all are gonna, I'm stumped. Autumn themed book. That's a good question. And I think I'm gonna have to change. I might have to change this. I hope not. Um, Autumn themed book. I really don't know because I've never really, yeah, I don't know. Um, Autumn themed book. Oh my gosh. I the heck if I know. Again, like movies, I don't really pay attention to that that particular aspect. Guess I will now, especially when it comes to watching movies and reading, because okay, would have never guessed that, it would be okay. No, I feel kind of yeah. Um, the best way to spend a rainy day. Oh, it varies. And now with me and the kids, we could pick a day if, I, we could decide, okay, it's raining, we'll all watch a movie or, you know, something. Or we'll go about and do our own things. Now, if we're doing our own things, I'm usually, you can find me usually cross stitching on a rainy day, listening to um, a, a book, podcast, or watching Netflix or Hulu or Amazon Prime or something. It just really, it just all depends. And if it's me and the kids, then, we're watching a family movie together or whatever, something. Um, it just varies. I mean, now, with Miranda being an adult now and Justin being adult now, it's usually, it just varies. I mean, because, they kind of have their own lives. They don't go a whole lot of places, but like with, on the weekends, we don't do anything. And I'm usually, you know, cross stitching and on my live. It just really all depends. Or, there are weekends that little dude will bring the Xbox out and everybody will come out here and we'll all take turns playing a video game or whatever. It really all depends. Um, and that just isn't on rainy days. That's like on the weekends. So it really, it just all depends on what we're in the mood for. Um, hmm. Uh, Favorite autumn food. Okay. Now, I'm going to tell you. I love autumn food only because Thanksgiving is in the middle of fall. Now, no, that is not one of my reasons why I like fall. I have a um, huge, huge, huge thing for sweet potato pie and pumpkin pie. Now, I have a grandmother that used to make sweet potato pies every year. She would bring them over. Well, she's not, my adopted grandmother, let's put it that way. And, anyway, she would always, always, bring a sweet potato pie. And, the pumpkin pie, I can't even remember how that was brought in, how that became part of thing, but that ended up being something that we incorporated into it. So that's my favorite. That is my favorite food that I like during autumn. Um, let's see. Do you have a favorite autumn quote? Not really. I wouldn't even know what kind of quote would be considered. I, I don't know. Couldn't tell you. Um, Favorite autumn leaf? I don't know. Don't know. I really, really, truly don't. I have no clue. Um, Favorite autumn activity? Now, when I lived at home with my parents, we used to do this every year, and it would be um, our family would have a big, huge football game um, every year around Thanksgiving. That's what our favorite autumn activity usually was. Um, Favorite autumn scent? Oh my gosh. Good grief. That's a good question. I never really thought about it. Um, hmm. I guess, baked apple pie. I mean, that's probably not just, autumn scent. I like baked apple pie or cinnamon, something like that. I don't know if that's considered autumn scents. I really couldn't tell you. Um, but those are the two that I really, 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 really like. Um, and is your birthday in autumn? Yes. My birthday is in autumn, October the 30th. It is the day before the Halloween. That is one reason why I don't, one of my reasons why I don't like Halloween. Everybody started referring to my birthday as Mischief Night. I realize, yes, that is Mischief Night, but I don't consider myself, you know, everybody's like, are you superstitious about your birthday? Not really. I just, it's my birthday. I mean, you know, I don't really consider myself superstitious when it comes to that. Or at least I never did. I know, I had a lot of friends that used to do that, used to, joke and kid and carry on about it. And it got to a point that I really cared less about my birthday. Um, Now recently, just in the last year I had, a lot of friends, uh, subscribers and fellow creators that, made my birthday very special by, not treating it as a superstitious holiday. So it was kind of nice to have, that, and not have to sit there and say, okay, well, your birthday falls in such and such, and it, on in fall, and but it falls the day before Halloween, and it's considered mischief night, blah 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 blah, and I just, so yeah, that was that is, something that um I just never really, dealt with very well. I just don't, and I guess that part of it is because I'm getting older. I'm going to be 51 years old. Yes, I know, I'm old. Mm. So let's see. Next question. Oh darn, that's it. Well then, um, let's see, are there any more? Make sure. Okay, that's it. There's no more questions. So thank you guys for watching and listening to me talk about my favorite, one of my favorite seasons besides winter. And I hope everyone has a great week. And I will see you all next time.